really quick for real, because I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. I remembered to do that this time first, but these people may call me, and it's a little strange where I am. So I'm in Brownwood, Texas, delivering some dog food, and it was supposed to be a drop. I get here, and I'm like, cool, I have just enough. I'm down to 19 hours on my whole week clock, so I wanted to get another load in, which I still might, but I get in there, and the guy is like, oh no, we don't do drops. Okay, well this shit was planned like 3 or 4 days ago. My hair, y'all, honestly. Squirrel. Anyways, um, look, that's gonna drive me insane. Like, no. Anyways, whatever. So it's supposed to be a drop, and I'm looking at Swift empty trailers across from me, and he's like, well, what's a drop? And I said, where I go drop this trailer and y'all unload it on your own time, and I take off with one of those empty trailers. He said, but we need those empty trailers so that we can fill them. Seems legit. Like, I get it. Trying to run a business here. I got it. But Swift has to run a business too, and I'm pretty useless without a fucking trailer. So he's like, yeah, I don't think that we do this drop stuff that you're talking about. He's an older man, so he's kind of confused. I'm like, on the clock, so I'm like, well, tell me whatever the fuck it is you want me to do, because I got places to be. So he calls the place all the way back in California where I got the dog food from, and he said it was set up, it was live loaded, but it's set up as a drop. And then the guy from the dog food place explains to this guy how drops go, and this guy is just not understanding. So needless to say, I am now backed up to a dock, waiting to be unloaded. I don't know where to look, y'all. So if I'm looking cross-eyed, it's because I still, this whole sideways thing, I know it makes it easier for y'all to view, but for me, I just feel retarded because I don't know where to look. But I'm going to just look at the camera, which is over here. So yeah, I'm about to burn some more hours and not fuel. And I don't like to be doing that. I mean, I get paid for sitting here, which is fine, but when my tide is running hello? When my clock is running as tight as it is right now, you just want to be able to do what you are scheduled to do and keep it moving. That does not seem to be the case. So, this will happen to you. This isn't the first time this has happened. And I'm sure it won't be the last. It's fine. So, anyways, my drop went to live, and now I'm just sitting here, which is fine. Whatever. The next place that I gotta pick up is 12 miles from here, so I'll be fine. So, I told y'all I would let y'all know. Darn it. So, y'all are gonna say I'm going bald. I'm not going bald. I told y'all I'm a recovering cancer survivor, however you want to call that. One of the masses that was removed was from my brain, so I don't grow hair there, which is why I part my hair the way it is. And when that starts coming down, and you can see it looks like I'm going bald, it drives me crazy. I'm blessed to be alive, don't get me wrong, but I don't like that scar to show. So that's why I'm always adjusting my hair. That and the fact that I have severe ADHD. Anyways, I'll leave my hair alone. So I told y'all I would let you know what happened to my truck yesterday, to the trailer yesterday. So the housing, I don't know how to word this because I don't know shit about mechanics. But the way the little guy explained it to me was the housing on the inside of the hose that connects, so the connections on the outside that go to wherever they go to back up underneath the trailer, they were fine. They appeared to be fine on the outside, but on the inside they were real corroded and rusty and just funky, and the housing nut just fell off of one of the hoses, and it just happened to be, out of all the hoses that are up under there, the primary one that I needed. So that set me back a few hours. Total on this trip, I was supposed to deliver this load yesterday at 11 o'clock in the morning. The fact that I'm here at 11:30, whatever fucking time, I got here at 11:30 today is just shocking. I had actually had them open the window up until 6 p.m. tonight because I went through tornadoes and storms, and it's Texas. It fucking is always raining here. But there was some, sorry I lost y'all. It was my own fault. Trying to swipe away a text message. Um, there's always crazy weather here, but I got here at 11:30. Total between coming West Coast to Central, Pacific time to Central time, you lose 2 hours automatically. Not to mention the previous load to this one, the receiver took 6 extra hours. I was practically spending the night there, which I was supposed to pick up this load at 11 p.m. that night. That didn't happen. I didn't pick it up until 10 a.m. the next morning. So I lost total on this load roughly 16 hours. I got stuck in Los Angeles. A car, it ran into the side of the mountain and caught fire, and the mountain was on fire, and the car was on fire, and like there were sparks right here in my passenger window where they were trying to saw into the car. It was the whole thing. We were there for hours. Total on this load, I lost 16 hours between just sitting around staring at people. Then the trailer broke, sitting around waiting for more people, cars on fire, tornadoes, you name it. I lost 16 hours on this load, and definitely shouldn't be here right now, but I am, thank God. I made it here safely. We didn't run out of brakes on a mountain. We didn't catch on fire. Like, it's amazing that I'm here right now at 11:30. Only 12 hours later than the original time that I was supposed to be here after losing 16 hours. So, if stuff happens to you out here on the road, it's real easy to panic and to be like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. This doesn't go late. I have 100% on time. I've never been late on a load ever. They just move it. As long as you communicate with your team, whoever that may be, you just communicate to them what's going on. Now, if you're just sitting in a fucking sleeper and you don't want to get out of bed, well, then bitch, you're late, okay? Because you're slow and you don't know how to do your job, or you just don't want to. But as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, Swift doesn't want to pay no late fees. So obviously I didn't want to be driving without brakes on my trailer. Like, I'm not into that shit. So they know that stuff happens. They know shippers and receivers run behind schedule. It is what it is. So am I technically late from the original thing, from the original setup time, delivery time? Yes, but Swift changed my delivery time to 6 p.m. tonight, so now I'm technically early. But I was just supposed to drop and move, and now I'm sitting here to be live unloaded. These are the kind of things that are going to happen. We can get pissed off and pitch a fit and be like, well, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Nobody cares. So we just smile and we move on. Take a nap. I'm not a nap person. I'm too hyper for naps. So I'm just going to sit here and look at the dirt, because that's all that's around here is fucking dirt, rocks. There's a few trees, but it smells like dog food. There's trucks all over the place. This isn't the most convenient place to be delivering. But it is what it is. So nobody tampered with my brakes, which is amazing, because I was about to get really postal on some people. Just start mean mugging everybody, because everybody is suspect. But no, it was just wear and tear on these trailers. And these trailers, they're constantly on the go. there's been a couple of times I've pulled up to a Swift terminal to put fuel, and the mechanic comes, and they always, if they're around, they'll inspect all the equipment and stuff while you're pumping gas, and it's kind of creepy, but I get it, it's their job. And there's been a couple of times they've asked me, hey, can you leave this trailer here? It needs work, it needs this and that, and I'm like, dude, it's fully loaded, and I gotta be there. So, you know, we do what we can with the trailer. When we pick them up, you pre-trip them. I've only ever had to not pick up a trailer one time. The tires were just shot to shit. Like, if I would have got on the road, I would have been on the side of the road or on the side of the trailer. Like, it just rust everywhere. Like, that trailer looked like it was from the 1900s, like 1901, the first trailer ever made for Swift. It was bad. And yeah, it was loaded, and yeah, that's money, but that's why we pre-trip them. And there's actually a macro you can send and be like, hey, this trailer is at this location, this is what's wrong, send somebody to fix it, and then you just move on to the next load. So don't feel that whenever you have these drop-in hooks, whenever you go to pick up, if your trailer is shit and it looks like some whack stuff and you don't feel safe taking it, your safety always comes first. Don't fucking take it. Like, leave it there. Send a macro to let them know, hey, this trailer is a piece of shit. I'm not taking it, and you don't get in trouble. They want you to be safe, so that's that. So anyways, that's the updates for today. I guess I'm just going to be sitting here. Guess I could eat lunch. I'm not really hungry, but might as well, because after I leave here, I got 6 more hours to go. That's assuming this guy actually gets done in 2 hours. That never happens. Very seldom do I get out of a live load or unload in under 2 hours. Very seldom. Like, it almost never happens. So, y'all have a wonderful day. Try to stay positive out there. I'm going to go do something with my hair first. This is, honestly, I feel like Dennis the fucking menace. What is really going on? So I took a shower last night and I slept with my hair wet. This is what happens. Thank you all for your love and support and your comments and your questions. Keep them coming. I'm glad that y'all enjoy my personality. I know my family has always gotten a kick out of it. My daughter runs around all day long recording me when she can, when I don't want her to, and she posts me all day long on her YouTube channel, and it drives me insane, but the kiddos love it, and yeah, I'm just going to be me, and that's about it. But I like to share this whole trucking experience with y'all, so keep the questions coming. If I don't have an answer, I will go ask some people and give you an answer. And I hate that I have to say this, but my way of trucking works for me. I am in no way, shape, or form an expert on truck driving. I will never be an expert on truck driving. I don't think that anybody can call themselves an expert on truck driving. I think that we all just do what works for us. So you're going to pick up bits and pieces from all these different people that you come across in person or on YouTube or wherever you talk to people who drive trucks. You just take the information and you just let it marinate a little. Either it will digest or it will not. And that's all I have to say about that. So, on that note, y'all have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.